Okay, this is Proppen that we're going to tie here on a mustard C47 shrimp hook. Now this is without doubt my most productive sea trout fly. So I'm using Dyneema again, attach it to the hook and just run it halfway. Now we need to strip 4 cock hackles totally of all the fibres. This is what takes the most time actually with this pattern, but I've tried stripping them more than one at a time, but it doesn't really work. Once you've stripped the 4, cut the rough ends off. I've tried several other things than cock hackles for this, but it just doesn't work. You need the natural taper of a cock hackle from thick to thin. If you use something that doesn't have a taper, it tends to propel when cast. So we position 1, just spin the tying thread here, on each side or axis of the hook, so there's one that points out in each direction. That's your first one in. One under that. Just attach that. There we go. The second one. Now you want the other 2 on the other side doing exactly the same, but opposite. All the hackles should concave the same way. There's number 3. And the last one in there. I based this pattern on the Francis salmon fly, and there's something about these feelers, trim them all off at the same time so you get the same length, that drive the sea trout insane. They just can't let this go. So just whip that down. You can put some glue on if you like, or drop a varnish just to strengthen those hackles. Now I use this is rhodea hair, but from the summer coat, so that it's not buoyant and it doesn't flare as much as the winter coat when you tie it in. So you just need a small bunch of this, clean it, put it in the hair stacker, even up the points. There we go. Trim off the butt ends of the hairs once the points are even. And let's just measure that in. Now this should just go beyond the where you've tied the hackle stems in. Now just push it around the hook so it forms a beard around all the hackles. As you can see, this doesn't flare so much as the winter coat would. Now we'll tie this in all the way down to just behind the hook eye. Back up. Now you can just make the foundation of the body that we're going to wrap over that. Just make it all nice and tight. There we go. There. You can see that this C47 shrimp hook has a nice deep gape, so there's no problem with hooking fish with this hook. And they never bite these feelers, they always take the hook. So don't think that the fish are going to come and bite on these feelers and not be hooked. And now I take 2 moose hairs. These are from the moose mane, one light, one dark. Place them at the side of each other and tie these in along the length of the whole body. Right to the hook eye. There you go. You can trim these off now. Just there. I like to just put a whip finish in here just to keep everything in place. There we go. Tighten that up. Now take the 2 moose hairs, and these must be wrapped parallel. They mustn't cross each other. So you get one black, one white. And these are surprisingly strong, so don't worry about breaking them. And just wrap these in nice, close, even turns. As I said, take care not to cross them all the way up to the hook eye. Just spool up that bobbin and tie them off there. This is it's a very old technique used on for quill bodies on old American dry flies. And we'll do a whip finish. And if you need to build up the head a little bit more, just use the whip finish to do it. There we go. Remove the tying thread. Now you have 2 alternatives here. I'm using a UV cure resin to cover the body and strengthen it, but you can use epoxy if you wish, or just varnish, but of course they take much longer. Just carefully cover the whole quill body with the UV resin. All the way around. Now you can rotate the vise just to keep it nice and even, and then cure it with the UV light. This should only take about 10 seconds. There we go. And then I use a red waterproof marker. The moose hair won't take marker. It's too, it just doesn't work on it. But the UV resin will take it. So we just cover, give the fly a whole coat of red. And just there we go. There's that wee bit there. And you don't really have to be this precise, but if you want it to look good. We give it a coat of UV resin, just one last coat, just to build up the body so it's a little more meat on it. Rotate the vise again just to even out the body all the time, and put the UV light on it. Again, 10 seconds should be enough. There we go. And that's the finished Proppen. There you